You got two sides to this DDG and Halle situation. You got the side that's going to believe whatever Halle says because all women are always right. Always got to believe the victim. Yes, maybe she had postpartum depression, but that's because of DDG's fault. You got that side. And then you got the side that's like, wait, hold on. These text messages that are coming out kind of paint Halle to be somebody we didn't know she was. She was kind of acting crazy a couple years before the baby even existed. And then she's still doing things trying to blame him because whatever, right? And then you got the other side, which just doesn't care, which is, you know, the smarter side to be on, because at the end of the day, we don't know these people and their information going public is kind of like unnecessary. But I will break it down because this has been all over my feed the past couple of days and it's a pretty heavy conversation to have. Now, I'm not going to be starting from the very top because it's unnecessary. A lot of other creators have done that. I'm going to kind of pinpoint some of the main points of this situation. Now, we have the beginning, which is obviously, you know, Halle Bailey fearing that DDG is going to kidnap her son Halo 1 as she begs courts to suspend visitation in an AB restraining order. Now, this happened on May 14th, almost a month ago, which is nuts that we're still talking about it. But Bailey expressed concerns that DDG might attempt to abduct their son, citing past threats and incidents where he allegedly refused to return Halo after visits. Now, here Halle started playing the dirty game. She started to paint a picture of DDG that wasn't the best, and a lot of people started kind of turning against him because if these accusations were real, it would kind of basically ruin his career, and it would make her look good and make her look like a victim. Now, we didn't know a lot of things that we know now. She also went out to say that he attacked her multiple times. She ended up showing pictures of a chipped tooth, and then we got this video over here.
Guys, like, I've always been a little scared of the dentist, but I'm going for my regular cleaning and also because I chipped my tooth.
Yeah, so you lied about that. She's trying to use things like I chipped my tooth here. She's happy. She didn't say that, you know, nothing crazy happened. She just said she chipped her tooth.
And I'm just a little nervous.
That's not a video you make after your, you know, husband punches you in the face. You know, that's not something you say. So this thing got completely thrown out the window. It's like, oh, okay, so she's lying about this. This isn't real. She ended up showing some bruises as well, which could be anything. And then she started going out on trips with Brent Faiyaz. She released text messages of basically DDG responding like, hey, you think you hurt my feelings, you're really just ruining your own image. So he's kind of like, yo, like, you look bad by doing this. Enjoy your vacation, happy Mother's Day, but just have the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on the same ish, which, you know, I completely justify. You're gonna be toxic? Cool, we can play that game too. And he's been playing it very well. I'll let you know that much. Now, you may be thinking that Brent being a part of this situation is random. I thought so too until I saw this video recently where DDG speaks about Halle cheating on him with Brent.
I feel like being in a relationship slows you down.
No, I do, for sure. She cheated on me.
What?
On a break.
On the break.
How long was the break?
Nah, that's cheating.
Like a month, 2 months.
That's cheating. I'm not gonna.
But it was just the dude it was with that fucked me up.
Yeah,
right?
that hurt you more.
I never got over it. We got back together, and then I just started cheating on her because I couldn't
you
get
lost
over
respect.
it. I couldn't get over it. And I'm like, I listened to this nigga music. I'm like, I couldn't get over it. So then after that, I heard her listening to
What was his
this girl's song. So I started messing with the girl's song she was listening to.
He said, let me do it back to you. Payback.
Nah, you're evil. I feel like being in a relationship.
Now we got multiple people in here. They get in a fight. She goes on a trip with Brent. She takes her son. She takes their son. Now you can see Halle's playing a dirty game. She's not innocent like you think she is. She's not the little mermaid. Now then Soulja Boy comes into the picture. Soulja Boy starts going crazy on him, which actually Soulja Boy ended up apologizing and said like, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this, which he should have been to begin with. But anyways, Halle made it sound like DDG was stalking her when he was really just dropping off his son. So she was just making him look crazy. Months ago, academics correctly predicted the evil and demonic bitter baby mama tactics Halle Bailey would unleash upon DDG. Now, on May 15th, Halle Bailey requested sole legal custody of her son, with DDG allowed only one supervised visit per week, monitored by a professional agency. Now, with what we know now and the stuff that she used to tell him, this will never happen. This will never be a thing, nor should it ever be a thing. Knowing what we know now and her trying to get sole custody of the son, that's not happening.
And I hate that every time I got something going good, it's always some type of drama, some type of something going on in my life. I've been doing really good. I've been keeping my head down, just working, waking up every day, working, dealing with this shit on the same breath. Nobody will really know. And she got this fucking golden image that I've also protected. And I'm like, all right, cool.
That's the thing. She had a golden image. She was the Little Mermaid. Why would anybody hurt the Little Mermaid? The Little Mermaid can't be crazy. But he knows what he was messing with. He knows that she had a golden image. He knows because he protected this golden image. He knows how she truly is. So he's like, hey, I'm going to protect this image for you because it's, you know, basically your career.
Keep doing that because I'm a real nigga. But this shit is foul, bro. Like,
that is foul.
If I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son.
And you
Plain
should.
and simple. The shit that's said to me is so, if niggas heard it, it's on some leave us alone type shit. I'm like, bro, like, now I can see if I, like, no nigga in the world can tell me that I'm a deadbeat or a bad dad. No nigga in the world can ever say that to me. If my son can talk, he'll tell you my pops is the realest nigga ever. This nigga fuck with me. I wish I can be around him more. I don't get the chance to, bro. It's not cool. Like, it's like, all right, like I have never took my son out of the state before. Never been able to. I don't have permission. Like, it's like I have a fucking second mom. Like, I gotta ask my second mom, hey, can I take my son? Can I take our son somewhere?
And that's what she's trying to do, knowing what we know now and the stuff that came out. She's just not happy how they ended up. She's not happy that, you know, she's basically doing this as a revenge tactic from my eyes. This is a revenge tactic. Yes, they both cheated. They both did the crazy stuff that they did, but she's not playing it the way that she should be playing it. She's playing it more on the crazier side of things. Now, people are going to argue postpartum, but if she was already doing this prior to her having a baby, then it's just depression. Now we're playing the mental illness, and then people are like, oh, well, no, well, DDG made her like that. You don't know that. You don't know her to begin with. You don't know how she was before. You don't know how she was with other relationships. You don't know what other people think of her because we don't know her, which is why this is so shocking to people, because we just found these things out about her. And you might be thinking like, oh, what might you be talking? Well, she was talking about her wanting to blank herself, you know, and her blanking herself, basically trying to get back with DDG. She was playing the card like, oh, if you don't get back with me, I'm gonna pow pow. No, you don't do that. That makes you look nuts before you even have a baby. And then she did it again when they had a baby and said, nah, you can keep the baby. I'm going to do it anyways. Put that into consideration for a person that is nuts. That is nuts. That is something you just don't do. That's something like this person is not okay. Now, even worse, in the documents that DDG had to respond to, he had to be like, yo, you're going to play this game. Got my lawyers too. I'm going to put it out there and it's going to hurt you. And he probably didn't want to do it because it's going to hurt her image. But if you're trying to take my son away, the game's off. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to play that way and you think I'm not going to do nothing about it, that's not going to work. So, you know, right here, finger, she was running around with knives and guns and stuff. I can see her being like, get away from me. And just finger gets cut. Like, bro, Your Rage is one of the streamer YouTubers who have actually been covering this topic in detail. He's been doing his thing. Now, Your Rage speaks on how Halle Bailey will receive no backlash, criticism, or repercussions for allegedly blatantly lying and saying that DDG blanked her after she failed to ruin his career. Now, she did try to ruin his career. You cannot argue that. That's what she tried to do. Putting that stuff out, try to ruin his career. He does the same thing. People are like, how dare he say that? No, they're playing the dirty game, and we're all a part of it. With being famous sucks because now everybody's in your business, and now people are gonna judge you, and people are gonna take sides. A lot of people, shockingly, are on Halle's side. I don't know why. I'm gonna say that I'm not on her side at all. I believe DDG 100%, especially with the text messages that I see, which I'm going to pull up in a bit. Now, DDG has filed an emergency order to stop Halle Bailey from taking their son to Italy for 2 months, and people hated this. People hated that he did this. Allegedly, she's emotionally unstable, threatened blank, hit him, tracked him with air tags, withheld their son to control him, and once drove with a blank with the baby. So, you know, he came out with all these facts. I mean, it got 77,000 likes. This was a pretty serious situation, but people didn't like that he did that because she was about to film a movie, and he's like, oh, he's so jealous. He would only do this because he knows that he's going to be filming a movie. Bro, she's the one who started this. She could have probably done this after the movie and been like, you know what? Now that I don't have anything going on, now I'm going to put this into motion. But no, she couldn't wait because she's probably a little, you know, out there. She's going through a lot. Postpartum. She already probably had depression. So it's depression on top of depression. And she's just not in a good place. Now, the whole first argument that, you know, Halle said that he smacked her turned out to not be true according to DDG. Obviously, he's not going to say that he did. I mean, he could have, but he said that that isn't what happened at all. He says that she launched herself from the backseat and hit her head on the steering wheel while trying to punch him. Makes perfect sense to me. I can see her doing that, knowing what I know about her. I can absolutely see her doing something like I've seen women do this where like, I'm gonna tell everybody you did this to me just because, you know, the emotions and hormones or whatever. I've seen it happen in real life. Now he released all the screenshots, and the screenshots do not make her look good at all. They do not make her look good at all. And the worst part is that girls are backing her up like, oh, don't worry about it, Halle, I've said crazier stuff. Like, yo, you girls are wild. You guys are like justifying this like it's normal. Like, oh yeah, I mean, this is just something we do. You guys, no, it's not normal. You guys are just super goddamn toxic. DDG's mother, Tanya, made a statement providing context and images that DDG sent to the court showing that Halle Bailey used to track every single movement he made with multiple undercover air tags. This is some crazy baby mama behavior. If my girl starts tracking me with air tags everywhere I go, I'm gonna be like, yo, we gotta end this. This is not normal. You should not be tracking me. This is not something normal people do. It's something that we are able to do. But if we go back to like the early 1900s, damn, we go back to like 40 years ago, our parents, they weren't putting air tags on each other. That is crazy to do. That is nuts. Now, old footage has surfaced, and this is academics just basically 100% writing for DDG, but old footage has surfaced of DDG in distress, worried as Halle Bailey demands DDG to get off stream with a knife in her hand. This girl is out of it. Out of it.
I don't know. She said if she walked over here, you still on stream.
He's shocked. He doesn't even know what to do.
She told you to get off. You said what? She told you to get off. She said she gonna walk over. She's like, he better be on stream. I just told him to get off. She said she coming. Don't tell. I ain't trying to get no whooping, bro.
Bro doesn't know what to do.
She coming. She coming. What am I supposed to do? I think he off. When we get up?
I mean, you're still on. We gotta go get some food.
Okay. I'm about to get up. She got a knife in her hand. She got a knife in her hand. Put it down. I gotta go, y'all, before I get whooped.
Now, we don't know if she actually does have a knife in her hand. He could have been joking, but I mean, just being asked to like, hey, stop working, go with me to go get food. We don't know what the situation is, but you can tell that that's definitely something he doesn't want to go do. Whatever she's trying to get into, doesn't want to do. He's working. This is his job. Sitting here doing this is a job, even though it might look like, oh, well, he's not really doing anything. He's just talking to chat. That's not how it works, guys. It actually takes a lot of goddamn work to do, and she should definitely know that because she's a entertainer herself. So annoying. That information about DDG and Halle feels so weird to know. It's too vulnerable. Like, it's really no one's business for real. I hate that this has to be out there like that, and I completely agree, but people love stuff like this. This is the reason why it goes viral. People love these things. It's entertainment. People love the worst stuff that can go on. People love it. They just get off to it. It's nuts. I don't understand it. I personally, if this wasn't my job, wouldn't be covering it. Now, Halle Bailey exposed Lala Baptiste for sleeping with DDG in Mexico right after Lala said that DDG is her only guy friend.
People that don't understand content and reality really be thinking otherwise, but DDG is like my only real guy friend. Like, I've known him for hella long. We've been through a lot of phases together. Like, I genuinely just think he's an amazing friend, amazing person. He treats everyone with respect. He's there for everyone around him. He puts everyone on. Like, no, for real, shout out to him. Shout out to him.
So this girl Lala ended up coming out saying like, yo, this isn't true. I never did anything. This is a rumor. And then obviously Halle, knowing what we know about her, crazy jealous baby mama, crazy jealous just girlfriend in general. Academics reacts to Halle Bailey losing it over DDG allegedly getting with Lala Baptiste in Mexico. She's out of your league, Halle, dubbed DDG. And this is just academics. I'm not even gonna play that video, but he's just kind of egging it on, making fun of Halle. Now this was 2 months ago on 2/27/25. And Halle said, every day I want to blank because of the way you embarrass me online and allow other women to speak on me. I keep going because of how much I love our son. DDG said, I have 40K in bills every month. I have no choice but to work. And he's like, I'm working right now. By now, most of you guys have seen these text messages, but basically she just goes on tangents, on crazy tangents of her just sounding absolutely bananas. She's for sure going through it. This is around 12:34 p.m. So at noon, he's just getting What a way to ruin the day, right? I don't need to be with someone who's going to demean me. You like that I'm insecure. It makes you feel good about yourself. I'm not doing this anymore. Keep your phone on airplane mode. But when I die, don't say ish. Don't come to my funeral or anything. F you. Be happy that these are the last texts you get from me. You never wanted anyone like me. You and your family hate me. Just admit it. I will go and fly and just be fine in heaven without any of this, without any of you rude people making me feel about myself. And you can show these texts to whoever you want, laugh about it. But when something bad happens, don't say anything, because this is my attempt to beg you to listen to me. Just answer the phone. Just hear me. You'll regret ever meeting me. Go back to the bees you're used to. I hate all this. I hate life. I feel bad for her because she's for sure just not thinking. She's going through a lot, and it's really not something that we should really be making fun of. But when you go out and start really accusing somebody of doing stuff that they never did, it's going to be really hard to have people on your side, and you're really just digging your own hole. And it's unfortunate that she is doing this, that we're talking about this, that it's going viral, that it's a thing. But I mean, come on, guys, this is stuff that you don't want to do. Her lawyers must be banging their head against the wall, because this coming out really just kind of destroys her trying to get custody of the child. And I don't know how the laws work when it comes to postpartum and depression, but the fact that she has these illnesses or mental issues is not something that would probably make me feel, as a regular human being, think that she's in good hands, or like the son is in good hands. That's just not how I see it. Now, the family's also siding with it. Some people also didn't like that DDG's mom and family are kind of backing him up, which is like, bro, come on. And then again, it does turn out, and I read a couple tweets saying that Halle doesn't have any family. They're not good with their family, which also brings up to the fact that she's just probably really lonely. She doesn't have anybody in her life, and the one person that she had was DDG. So she might have like attachment issues, daddy issues, some sort of issues, and it kind of just all just got bad. It got bad. This is why certain people shouldn't have children so young. She's not that young, but she's like 2 years younger than me. I don't even have kids right now, and I just know that having a kid is a lot, especially them being in the position that they're in. It's a lot to handle, especially when you're not even married. Having a child out of wedlock is just not something that you should do, and it's because of things like this. You shouldn't have a child with somebody that you're not with to begin with. And when I say with, I mean married to. Like, it's just not something you should do because of things like this, and people do it anyways. Things happen. Now, this is a tweet of Soulja Boy squashing the beef with DDG. He said, "Squashing this DDG beef, this looking like blank and blank situation, minding my business from here on out, done trolling these people." Now, this is the video of Alala Baptiste explains why Halle thought that DDG had slept with her, clarifying that the relationship is strictly platonic, and she says that they went on a group trip, and others can confirm that nothing happened between them. So this is, again, Halle making things up in her head because of how DDG and her relationship kind of fell off. They were both seeing other people while they were together, maybe, not entirely sure of those details, but regardless, I was like, yo, this is not true. Don't throw my name out here. Plus, she's probably getting D threads from random people on the internet.
Context behind these accusations in general is stemming from a group trip that our whole friend group went on, right? Our whole friend group went on this trip, and everyone on this trip can confirm there was nothing weird going on. I wasn't even staying near them. It was for someone's birthday. Let's start there. There was never anything sneaky going on. Like, me and Daryl's relationship has always been strictly started off as business. Obviously, if you know, you know, like, he put me onto YouTube, started off there, grew into a friendship, has always remained platonic. So it's very unfortunate. Like, I know people already have this narrative because it's just hard to believe that a guy and a girl can be friends. Like, it's hard to believe that me and him or any other guy and girl can just strictly be platonic friends, okay? But nothing has ever gone on past that.
You can choose to believe her, you can choose not to believe her. A lot of girls are saying that they don't believe it. Again, we don't know these people. So why are you making these statements like, oh, she's lying? She's clearly lying. You don't know her. You don't know any of them. You weren't there. You guys sound crazy. You guys sound crazy by making these assumptions. You guys sound really crazy. Now, a tweet came out on June 5th, which was yesterday. DDG's temporary restraining order request against Halle Bailey has been denied. Halle is free to leave the country with their child for business or personal reasons. Now, this is where things get very, very interesting, and this is when Rock Nation enters the room. Jay-Z and Beyonce just bust in because DDG's attorney released a statement to XXL opposing prior reports that DDG was denied a temporary restraining order against Halle Bailey. The court granted Mr. Granberry a temporary restraining order based on the serious allegations set forth in his application. DDG's temporary restraining order against Halle Bailey was granted despite misinformation put out by Halle's team at the Shade Room and TMZ. The court granted Mr. Granberry a temporary restraining order based on the serious allegations. So I don't know why Rock Nation would try to twist it temporarily and say that this didn't happen. I think that's very weird. I think that's strange. This also happened during the Donald Trump and Elon Musk beef, so people weren't really laser focused on this as much as we'd like, because the Elon and Trump stuff just went crazy and people were like distracted for a bit. But why would Rock Nation come out and try to say that this didn't happen when it clearly did happen? Did they think that we weren't going to find out and talk about this? Or did they know that we were going to find out and talk about this, which is why they did it? Again, documents again. DDG was granted a temporary restraining order by the court against Halle Bailey. These are the documents, guys. Halle Bailey brings up DDG's brother's fistfight in custody battle. This is not a safe environment. On Saturday, May 31st, 2025, Daryl and his brother were recorded on TikTok being involved in a fist fight with another man. The declaration reads, "I will bring the video to court. Daryl and the people around him are aggressive and angry, which leads me to believe that this is not a safe environment for Halo." And she's talking about a video where DDG went out to what I think it's called DreamCon with her brother and like his entire posse. Some random person came up and called DDG doo-doo garbage and thought that he was just going to get away with disrespecting another grown man to his face, thinking that this was the internet. And it turns out it's not the internet. You talk crazy to somebody that you don't know to their face, you're going to be dealt in some sort of way. Anybody would have done this. A lot of other people would have not taken it like, yo, who the hell are you? Why are you calling me doo-doo garbage? You know? Now she's going to try to flip this, which everybody knew that she was going to try this. It is just such an obvious thing to do. But he didn't do anything himself. He didn't put hands on nobody. He didn't instigate anything himself. You could say that his security team was the one who did it. Did he give the okay? I don't remember specifically if he did or didn't. But even if he did, I don't know. Iffy situation. But now she's kind of scrambling, trying to be like, oh my God, this is bad. We got to get whatever we can to make it seem like he's a dangerous person. Which, again, if anybody's dangerous, it's the person who was texting saying that she was going to blank and was holding weapons. That's a dangerous person. Now, this is people on Halle's side. I was expected to accept her participation in intimate on-screen roles, including kissing male co-stars in films. And this person said, I can't believe he put his jealousy of Halle being a Disney princess in a court document. She refused to allow me to post projects with her likeness. Oh, he was throwing jealous little bitchy fits. I just know it. And I find it weird that so many of these people are kind of like taking her side. A children Disney movie, mind you. And he comparing that to his YouTube streaming. LMFAO, like, be serious. Like, come on, guys. He put it in a song too. This is nothing new. He was openly hateful of her being a Disney princess. Oh, yup, this has been his pattern. Him putting it in a court document 2 years later shows that he's on the same ish. Illegal documents, shame and embarrassment, fear him. Yo, does this guy not know what an actress's job is? He trying to compare it to his YouTubing pranks and vlogs, and that's sending me. Again, we have two sides. We got the side of people believing whatever Halle Bailey is saying, that she is a victim in this situation still. And then we got the, I want to say, more reasonable side of the internet that's kind of like, yo, this is kind of an out-of-pocket situation from both sides. One is actually being more extreme than the other. One is making some pretty serious threats that should not be made in any sort of situation, especially in an attempt to get back with somebody. And then there's people thinking that this is just kind of all like a manipulative move. Now, we don't know them. Again, I'm just covering it. This is what I think so far with what I've seen. We don't know these people. If I knew DDG and I talked to him and I hung out with him for a year, 2 years, got to know him personally, I might have been like, yo, it actually might have been DDG. But we have to kind of consider that all these different streamers and all these different celebrities and all the people that he's been around are on his side because they know him personally and know Halle personally, because obviously he was bringing her around. They're like, yo, this girl's actually kind of crazy, bro. Like, I don't know why you were dating her. I haven't seen anybody aside from the random stands on the internet backing Halle up. I haven't seen a single person. No real, even internet influencer celebrity coming out saying like, yo, DDG is awful. The only time people started calling him awful was when Halle started talking, saying that he was doing all these things that apparently turned out to not really even be true. This is my stance right now. It could change. If videos come out of him doing something wild come out, oh yeah, he's also the crazy one. It's his fault. I want to know what you guys think. Leave comments down below. Are you team Halle? You team DDG? Or are you the reasonable side who doesn't care and you're just kind of watching because you're kind of forced to watch because the internet is just kind of pushing it onto your face?